Well, we had a visit from a longtime friend.
Yes.
Our friend Eddie, my Irish brother. From
Shout out to Eddie.
Eddie.
We're so glad you visited.
Yeah, stayed with us a couple of days, and we talked about getting him on the podcast here, and we got so busy that we never turned him on the camera and never did a podcast with him. But,
I know. I kept saying, we got to do something because he's such a Corvette enthusiast and knows about cars and motors. And
for you guys out there, this man, he lives in Colorado. We're in Texas, but he has a 5-car garage. And he was telling us the only reason he bought this house was because it had a 5-car garage. So he lives between his bedroom, his kitchen, and the garage. He said he doesn't even remember going through. He's been there 20-something years, and he said he doesn't even think he goes into any of the other places in his house. We've known for a long time he likes to rebuild cars. He rebuilds Corvettes.
Yeah, primarily Corvettes.
Camaros.
Yeah. Oh yeah, he does have a Camaro. That's right.
But I did not realize until this last visit that Eddie actually races the Corvettes that he rebuilds.
Yeah.
So that's pretty interesting. And he says when he shows up that he usually has the oldest Corvette in the mix, and he usually wins the race. So I think his last race was in the Pikes Peak area. We're going to have to make a trip out there to one of his races to watch.
Two things. I mean, I definitely want to see his Corvette and Camaro, and it would be awesome to be there to watch a race or the series that they do out there, because it can last all day, right?
Well, the other thing that he does, which we're thinking we might go and watch, but has been doing, I guess, for several decades now, is he helps set up the pyrotechnics, usually for 4th of July celebrations, the big celebrations, not the little sparklers in the backyard and the Roman candles. He sets up the big 3-day events where they go the day before, dig out the berm, set up the fireworks, and then they're the guys that shoot off the big tubes. But this year should be extremely exciting with it being the 250th.
Yeah, we really should have planned better, because that would have been something to really go see in person.
Yeah.
And
well, it comes this July, so we've got a couple of months, but I don't know, it'd be fascinating. But
yeah,
he is involved in so many things that I'm just amazed.
He stays busy. He's an amazing individual, and yeah.
But one of the things he really wanted to do, and I'm glad that he brought it up because I've been wanting to do it for a while, is he and I went to the Medal of Honor Museum.
Yeah, so he comes here because he still attends his high school reunion, and they have kept in touch and have a nice close-knit group of individuals. So it is amazing that they still get together, and I'm glad that they do it in Dallas, because when he does come in town, then we get to take advantage of having him stay with us for a couple of days and catch up.
I think he said this year was the 55th or 56th year reunion. I was like, good grief, so how many people show up? He's like, you wouldn't believe it, but there's like 35 plus people that show up. So anyway, he and I went to the Medal of Honor Museum, a very wonderful tribute, very well done, very professionally done. I'm so glad that we got to go.
Yeah, and it's here in the Arlington area, right in the middle, the heart of where all of the stadiums are, the baseball stadium, the football, the Dallas Cowboys Stadium, Texas Live is over there. So all the kind of touristy stuff or sports events are all there, and they really have it in a fabulous location.
Well, we couldn't have picked a better day to go. We went during the actual Medal of Honor week, and we just timed it just right where he and I, and there might have been 3 or 4 other people in the entire museum. So we pretty much had the entire museum to ourselves. We were there, I don't know, maybe 5 hours or so. Still didn't see everything that was in the museum, but they have some very
interactive,
very progressive, interactive things where you can go into a room and actually interview some of the awardees, some of the recipients one-on-one through the use of holograms and technology. Just very fascinating. If you're into military stuff, you need to put on your bucket list to go to the Medal of Honor Museum in Arlington.
And a lot of good history there as well, right? It's history, it's about the military, it's about the United States, and how we were involved.
It goes all the way back to the Civil War.
Yeah.
They have pictures of Civil War recipients. They have some of their medals. They have some of the things that those people owned.
Like artifacts of the individual,
It's a fantastic museum, and it constantly gets changed and updated.
And they just had their one-year anniversary of opening. We actually went to the grand opening, so the museum itself was not yet open to the public, but all, I think, of the living Medal of Honor recipients, I think, were in attendance, along with several other politicians and
the governors and congressmen, senators
that were there. And it was a huge event with fireworks. There were lots of vendors and stalls, and an opportunity to kind of meet some of those individuals. And so it just was a year ago that they opened. It just so happened while Eddie was here, he wanted to go by there since he was in town, and something that Jim's wanted to do for some time. So I'm so glad that they were able to go. It was the day before the 1-year anniversary, right? Yeah. So it was a bit more quiet. I imagine the day after it probably was a big to do because it was the 1-year anniversary.
So put on your bucket list, go to the Medal of Honor Museum, and it just reminds us to remember the men and women that sacrificed so much, and their families that sacrificed so much. So thanks, Eddie, for reminding me and for going and walking through the museum with me we both just had a great time.
Yeah, that's amazing. And also, you were saying the people that work there are so
oh my gosh,
knowledgeable and helpful.
Yeah, every person that we talk to that actually works at the museum, I mean, incredible depth of knowledge about the recipients, about the engagements they were in that allowed them or put them in a situation where they had to do what they did. It's, I don't know, it'd be an amazing place to work. But the staff was friendly, professional. You really you got a deeper insight into the things that happened, greater than just the placards that were on the wall and the videos that were playing. And I mean, the people that worked there were top notch.
Yeah.
You never met a better staff at any museum that I've ever been to.
Yeah, definitely worth taking the time. Make sure you allocate several hours to really go through it and see everything that you want to see, or interact with the holograms and other exhibits that they have created for the visitors, so you really get some insight and real information from the recipients themselves.
It's kid friendly, it's handicap friendly, it's accessible, large open spaces. It's hard to describe how intimate it is because of
Being
how
so
big it
big,
is.
yeah.
And even the architecture is symbolic,
Very intentional.
very intentional.
Yeah.
So that's the best word. Meaningful. So put it on your bucket list. And thanks again for Eddie for spending a few nights with us. And
we had so much fun, and I hope,
stories.
I look forward to the next visit, and hopefully we'll get a chance to get up there one of these 4th of Julys. If not this year, then definitely want to make some time to go up there to really see the fireworks in person. We both just love fireworks anyway, so to see something like that where we know the person that's actually helping to kind of coordinate all of it and has been doing it for so long safely, and they do all the setup, but they also stay the day after to do all the cleanup before they head back home and kind of shut everything down. So very interesting, but yeah, one of these days we're going to do it.
So if you've been to the museum, drop us a comment and let us know what you enjoyed about the museum the most. And
if you haven't been to the museum, have you heard of it? And if so, what have you heard of it, or what intrigues you the most about wanting to visit?
And if you live in the Colorado area and race Corvettes and know Eddie, or
let us know.
Let us know. That would be awesome. So anyway, thanks for tuning in.
We'll see you next time.
Yeah.